You are not falling in love with a person. You are falling in love with a ghost. You think it's bad luck, don't you? You think you just haven't found the one. But look closely. The faces change, the names change, but the pain? The pain stays exactly the same. Why do you keep dating the same nightmare with a different face? You have been told to follow your heart. That chemistry is the ultimate guide. That is a dangerous lie. Your heart is not a compass. It is a broken algorithm, optimized to lead you back to pain. Carl Jung discovered a terrifying truth about attraction. It is not magic. It is psychology. It is projection. Today, we break the cycle. You are about to learn the 3 reasons why you fall for toxic people and how to finally choose a love that heals rather than one that burns. You meet someone. The attraction is instant, electric. You feel like you've known them forever. You call it soulmates. Jung calls it unconscious recognition. You haven't met a new person. You have met an actor who fits perfectly into the role written by your childhood trauma. Your subconscious mind is not looking for happiness. It is looking for familiarity. And that is why you keep choosing people who treat you like pain is what you deserve. It wants to solve the unsolved puzzle of your past, so it guides you with terrifying precision to the one person who can hurt you in the exact same way you were hurt before. You are trying to rewrite history, but you are only repeating it. Today, we expose the script. We will identify the 3 signs that your love is actually a trauma bond. First reason you choose toxicity is your addiction to the instant spark. You meet someone, and within minutes, you feel a rush. High voltage. Obsession. You think this is destiny knocking. It is not. It is your trauma recognizing its match. But for you, safe feels boring. Your nervous system has been trained to associate love with high stakes, anxiety, and chaos. When you meet someone secure and stable, you feel nothing, no spark, so you walk away. But when you meet someone unavailable, chaotic, or critical, your system lights up. Finally, it screams, "Here is someone who can make me feel the familiar anxiety I mistake for passion." The spark is not a sign of compatibility. It is the sound of a match being struck in a room full of dynamite. Sarah goes on a date with Tom. Tom is kind, reliable, and listens. Sarah texts her friend. No spark. He's too nice. Next week, she meets Jake. Jake is charming, intense, but checks his phone constantly and talks about his crazy ex. Sarah feels a rush. She feels the chase. She texts her friend, "I think I met the one." 6 months later, Jake destroys her self-esteem. Tom was a partner. Jake was a predator. But Sarah's broken compass pointed straight to the danger. You must implement the boredom test. If you meet someone and feel instant, overwhelming chemistry, run. That is a red flag. If you meet someone and feel calm, maybe even a little bored, stay. Give it 3 dates. You must retrain your brain to recognize safety, not as boredom, but as peace. You are detoxing from chaos. It will feel uncomfortable. Do it anyway. The second reason is your need to fix. You are attracted to broken birds, people with potential, people with tragic backstories. You listen to their problems and think, I can heal them. My love will be the thing that saves them. This is not altruism. This is arrogance. And it is a distraction. Focusing on someone else's brokenness is a brilliant way to avoid looking at your own. You choose partners who need you because it gives you a sense of control and purpose. If you are the savior, you never have to be the vulnerable one. You never have to risk being truly seen. You are hiding behind your helpfulness. But you cannot fix people. People are not projects. And when your project inevitably refuses to change or resents you for trying to change them, you feel betrayed. After all I did for you, you cry. But they never asked to be saved. You needed to save them to feel worthy. Mark meets Lisa. Lisa is a mess. She has financial trouble, emotional volatility, and a history of bad decisions. Mark steps in. He pays her bills. He becomes her therapist. He organizes her life. He feels powerful and needed. But Lisa doesn't get better. She gets dependent and then resentful. She cheats on him with someone fun, someone who doesn't treat her like a patient. Mark is crushed. He thought he was buying loyalty with his help. He was only buying a front row seat to a disaster. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Carl Jung adopt the as-is policy. When you date, look at the person exactly as they are today, not their potential, not who they could be with your help, who they are right now. Ask yourself, if they never change, not one bit, would I still want this relationship? If the answer is no, walk away. You are looking for a partner, not a renovation project. Here is the truth no one tells you. Toxic people don't hunt you. You recognize them, you feel safe with them, and that should terrify you. You have learned to distrust the spark and dismantle the savior. But the final reason is the deepest and most painful. It lies in the architecture of your own childhood. The third reason is the compulsion to repeat the familiar. The human mind prioritizes the known over the unknown, even if the known is painful. If you grew up with a parent who was critical, distant, or chaotic, your subconscious mind defined love as criticism, distance, and chaos. When you meet someone who treats you well, it feels wrong. It feels alien. It induces anxiety because you don't know the rules of this game. When will the other shoe drop? You wonder. But when you meet someone who treats you poorly, you relax. Ah, says your subconscious. I know this. I know how to survive this. You choose the familiar hell because at least there, you know who you are allowed to be. You are reenacting your childhood trauma, hoping that this time you can win. This time, you can make the critical parent love you. This time, you can make the distant parent stay. But you cannot win a rigged game. You are just pressing replay on a tragedy. Emily's father was emotionally unavailable. He was physically there, but mentally absent. As an adult, Emily dates men who are busy, workaholics, men who live in other cities, men who are emotionally shut down. She spends her energy trying to earn their attention, just like she tried to earn her father's. When she meets a man who is present and available, she feels suffocated. She calls him needy and pushes him away. She is running from the very thing she claims to want, because the absence of love feels like home. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Carl Jung. You must create a trauma map. Write down the 3 worst traits of your parents or primary caregivers. Now, look at your exes. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the echo? Acknowledge it. The next time you meet someone who reminds you of your past, do not romanticize it. Recognize it as a warning. Your attraction is not a sign of destiny. It is a sign of history repeating itself. Break the loop. You are seeing the invisible strings that have pulled you into bad relationships your whole life. It is painful, but it is necessary. If you are ready to cut the strings and choose your own path, right? I choose my future, but only if you're done lying to yourself. Most people won't comment. If you do, you already separated yourself. You have blamed your exes. You have blamed luck. You have blamed the dating market. But the common denominator in all your relationships is you. You are the architect of your own heartbreak. But this is good news. Because if you built this prison, you can dismantle it. The great liberating truth is this: you do not need to find the right person. You need to become the right person. You need to heal the part of you that is attracted to the wrong people. Your new love life begins now. This is your protocol for conscious dating. Distrust the spark. If it feels explosive, it is dangerous. Look for the slow burn. Fire the savior. Stop fixing. Look for a partner who is already whole. Reject the familiar. If it feels like your childhood, run. Choose the scary, unfamiliar safety of real love. Real love is not a drama. It is not a chase. It is not a struggle to be seen. Real love is calm. It is clear. It is a place where you can finally rest. You have been fighting a war for so long that peace feels boring. But peace is what you deserve. Stop chasing the ghost. Start building something real. The ghost feels familiar. Reality feels quiet. Choose reality anyway. If you are ready to stop repeating the past and start creating a new future, write, "It is not love. It is trauma" in the comments below. Welcome to clarity. Subscribe to the Shadow Codex. Your training has just begun.